Perfume, what are you doing? Perfume, what are you doing? What are you doing back there? What are you doing back there, Perfume? Are you being a kitty? Kitty, what are you doing? What are you doing there? What are you doing, little girl? You gonna be on my chair? Huh? Oh no. You're gonna get cat hair everywhere. You're gonna get cat hair everywhere. Okay, okay, okay. Ow, ow, ow. Thank you, kitty, for the cat hair. I know. Meow, meow to you too. Hey guys, how are you? We've let you know what's going on. So on my stream, I'm going to start off some free mini readings. So these are short. These are free. These are complimentary. And what's going to happen is I'll have you on as a guest speaker so that I could hear you instead of having you have to type it and all that stuff. It's easier. If you want to book a reading with me, they're all $25. So if you want like a future predictions and to unpack the story kind of thing, my tarot and my astrology is all $25. All right. If you find that you want a private reading, those are through appointment. You could do that through my calendar. And those are 1 hour for $65. So you have to look at the time availability there. And if you want to stream read, like I said, they're $25. But these are complimentary. So I always start my streams with freebies. All right, let's get started. So I might use crystal ball. I might use the dice. I might use tarot. I might use runes, you know, whatever it is. Tool doesn't really matter. What matters is the message, all right? So you guys have clarity. All right, let's get started. Okay, let's see. All right, so I have Indian 39 hyacinth. Let's see, am I able to add you on here? Hyacinth Indian 39 is your username. I hope I'm saying that right. So Indian _39 is your username, and you're saying your name is Hyacinth. Hyacinth, I'm trying to send you the invite, but I think you have it checked off. If you want to switch it on, okay, that way I can take your question. All right, so the next one is Kara Simmons, 758. All right, I think, I sent you the invite, sweetheart, if you want to go ahead and accept the invite. I've been running around, had to run, get something from outside and bring it back in before the rain and all that stuff. So, doing a million things. Oh, there we go. Hi, how are you? I have a stuck yawn. Don't you hate that when you have to yawn and you can't?
I hate that.
How are you, sweetheart? How can I help you?
I'm good. Just like wondering about my ex and like he's like wondering about me.
Okay, not a problem. So, when you say your ex, just to make sure it's the last ex, right? Because if I say ex and then spirit
Yes.
mentions another one, okay. So it's
Yes.
the very last one. Okay.
Yeah.
Kara, is there any way you can mute it a little bit? I'm sorry, sweetie.
No, you're fine.
I'm sorry
Sorry.
about that.
My apologies.
Oh, no, no, not at all. Sometimes it's a little hard to extra noises. I should be used to it, but um, all right. So your question, just to repeat, make sure I got it right, was you're thinking about your ex and you're wondering what's happening with your ex. Is that how you
Yeah.
worded it? Okay, it was a
Yes.
little weird. It was a little bit of a weird question, but I
Yeah.
think I know what you're getting at. Okay, so my spirit team, my ancestors, we'll just say spirit. That's usually what you say as a nickname, but it's my team. What's happening is spirit saying that the root of the problem with this relationship started off with, in a way, it was kind of intertwined with an intimacy topic, and it comes from an ex. So, for example, I don't know your story, but it could have been where this was when before you became broken up. So we're going all the way back into the past of you and
Okay.
your ex now your last former ex, and we're going to go into the root of what went wrong when you were in the relationship.
Okay.
And this is stemming from there was something that his behavior, there was something stemming from him and his ex that was brought into your relationship with him. And then there was also an issue with intimacy. So that's a huge topic. So what I mean by it is comparative, not rejection, but like if there was something that was in the shadow of another story with someone. So for example, let's say that he took her to whatever place, and then you would say, well, why don't you take me there? Or it can be where because of his past, it could have been heavy compared with you. So if you would have gone to whatever place with the guy you were with before this guy, and he would have said, well, why don't you do that with me? So somewhere in there was a comparison. This comes from trust. It comes from when there's a shadow cast upon a fresh new love connection, and there's a shadow cast upon it from person A or person B's past. So I would say it's his ex. So in what way did that bother, or sometimes it's not the ex meddling, it can be just stories. This happened, that happened, they put me through this. There's something that, the past should have been left in the past and not brought into you guys.
Yeah.
And somewhere in there, it kept like, this shadow kept growing and invading what could have flourished with you guys. So it led to a break because things were not resolved. And that's what I'm seeing as the root. So to answer your question, but before I go on, does that make sense to you, or did you want me to clarify?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay. Okay, so he is still in love with you, and I see you guys having another try at being together. Yes, I do. So one of the reasons why, okay, let me explain. 30 years of dealing with love stuff and women and all of that. I can tell you, women love details. It makes them feel comfortable. So when I give a reading that's full, I think a person feels more calm and comfortable in a reading. These are short. So my answers to you might be like, okay, that's weird. Like, that's so short. But I'm trying to cut it short. I'm sure if I gave you lots of details, it would comfort you. But I'm one of these people. Let's get to the punchline. Okay. So I was just yes, there's a story, but let's just cut to what I see, right? Without the details. The details are he's still in love with you, and I see you having another try at this. Are you going to get it right? I hope you do. There are things that can make it sour, but you can't think negative. You got to try. You got to get to that point. Let me see if I can give you a couple little more things. Like I said, I know people like details, and I don't want to just cut you short like that and let you go. Let me give you a little bit more. But what I said about the past, it's just that I don't know how to say it, but I guess it's, there should have been things that he should have said and acted and dealt with in ways that would have comforted you. And what happens was the way he handled things in the beginning kind of set the flavor for things later. And then it just created doubt and fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on him. And what sign is he? Is he fire sign?
Gemini. Yeah.
He's air. Does he have any fire in his moon or rising?
He's the 13th of June.
Oh, so you don't know his moon sign?
I'm not.
No, that's okay. In astrology, when you start off and you look at your horoscopes in blogs and magazines and stuff, you usually just know your sun sign, which is your zodiac sign. But when you start learning a deep astrology, more advanced, you'll learn that you also have a moon sign and a rising that form your full profile, your full identity.
Yes.
Okay, so I was asking you his moon, but if you don't know it, that's okay. You can always plug in his birthday
Okay.
on a lot of like sites and stuff, and you can always find out his moon,
Okay.
which is helpful when you start doing like love analysis. But anyway, okay, so he's a Gemini and you are
An Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. So so he can drive you crazy with his slow paced ways because you're more ready and you're more prepared and you're more determined and you're clear on what you want to do and you're kind of waiting on him. That can be frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I would say this is not going to be too long before he reaches out. So don't feel, you know, I never tell people like, I hate leaving people in limbo and with cliffhangers and kind of one of the things I hate the most is someone waiting and kind of tortured emotionally. You're not going to be like that for too long. He's
Okay.
going to reach out. You're going to have another try at this. He's still in love with you. The only thing is that you do realize this. It's not going to be perfect and just a bowl of cherries. You do realize that you guys have a pattern you have to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And hopefully this next time around,
It's so scary because I just don't know how it'll be. If he will change at all.
he won't.
He won't.
He won't. You have
I
to
know
be.
he's like a narcissist. He's like the first narcissist I ever dated, so he's really gotten to me.
He's in love with you. You're going to have another try again, and he's going to reach out to you very soon. I would say within the next 3 weeks. The thing is that if you guys are going to change, you got to do it together.
Yeah.
So if I were to do a long reading, I would say to you, okay, let's look at what went wrong. Let me evaluate some of the tips that I can help you out with, not only with astrology, because there are ways to talk about compatibility, strengths, weaknesses. I can run different charts. You don't have to do any of that. If readings stress you out, then don't worry about it. If you find that they solve your stress and they give you clarity, then you can book that with me. If not, at the end of the day, if you are waiting on him to give you your happiness, something's wrong with that picture.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to change and he can't be your project to change. You guys have to give it a real try together. And if he can't get it right and you are not happy every day, then it's just not serving you.
We both kind of started dating other people, and
Well, but nothing's solid yet. And dating is not commitment all the way. And, there's still a connection between both of you that's alive. And there are forces and things bringing you back. It's just that we don't know what that looks like yet. This is a question that I answered based on right now. And right now, he's still in love with you and you do have another try. It's just that if you're waiting on, I want you to be realistic about it because I don't want you to waste more time. But at the same time, you guys aren't really done. He's thinking about you and you're thinking about him. And the thing about Geminis, and that's female and male, it's a very complicated sign because Gemini is where illusion was born. And with an illusion, you can see something on one side and it can be just the reflection of what it really is. So a Gemini can feel something with someone while they're feeling and living through an experience in their mind with something else. So that's why a Gemini can say, okay, I really feel this way today. And then the next day they'll say, wait, you know what? I really feel this way. And people will accuse them and say, oh, you're a hypocrite, or you don't know, you're not loyal. No, it's not that. Gemini has a very interesting way of solving their emotional truth within themselves. It's very hard on them. So he could be with someone else thinking, she hurt me and she doesn't understand me and she pressured me. And the direction I want to spin in is this one because maybe she's gonna bring me happiness and I don't have to deal with that. But wait, I can't stop thinking about her. And I need to go back to her because I'm realizing now that I can't be without her. You see that complexity?
Yeah.
And that's very much him, at least at this point. And it shouldn't be. That's something that he's got to get his ducks in a row with that because he can't, he unfortunately is very easy to toy with emotions at his expense. I mean, I'm sorry, at other people's expense. You know, oh, I'm not ready. And then he'll put someone through hell and then he'll say, okay, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
You know?
Him.
Where were you? I'm not, let me do an energy check on him and you, just to see how close you both are to each other right now. And it might bring in the intention of other people that are trying to date you or dating you. Give me a minute. All right, so the energy that this is showing me is that you've been planning on maybe just throwing yourself into work or something that's profitable or something that you can do for yourself. Almost like that's where your focus is going to be because it relieves stress and you're more like, I need a project, I need to be making money, I need to be doing this for myself. So are you one of these like marry your job to get through stress? Because
No.
okay, well this is
Like-
showing that
More like my kids.
Oh, okay, well yeah, an obligation too. Yeah. Kids can be a motivator to do that. This is just saying that instead of you throwing yourself into connecting to a new relationship, like saying, oh, I just need to date someone else, I need to pursue that part of my love life, I need to just focus on that. It doesn't show you're focused on that. It doesn't show that you are closing that door with him and you are really focused on finding Mr. Right. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing that you are focused on more the practical things in life. Whereas with him, he had a bad experience with someone. So whoever he just dated or whoever he was just with, not a good experience. So that means, it doesn't mean, oh, well, this sucked, so let me just go back to her. No, I don't want you to think that because that's not where he's at. That's not what he feels. However, he is thinking that you are going to not accept him. He can almost feel your judgment.
Yeah.
You know that deters him from reaching out sooner, right? Is dealing with your wall up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wants you to say everything's perfect. I like to say the right thing to him. Oh, don't worry. Do you know what I'm saying? Or am I being cryptic?
No, I get what you're saying.
Okay, yeah. He wants you to say all this wonderful stuff, and it's like, no, she's upset. You broke up, and what do you got to earn that. And he just doesn't want to be in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
He doesn't want to put in the work.
yeah. And he also is pretty intuitive, pretty spiritual, and pretty smart because he knows that if it doesn't work out, he's concerned that he's just going to continue on with bad experiences. So it's almost like, that's why I'm telling you, I know you guys aren't finished yet, but I think it's up to you guys to get it right again, because I don't think you're going to have another shot after that.
Okay.
So that's part B. Part B isn't here yet because you guys are still kind of no contact, sort of, or at least you're not together. So you have to get to the together part to kind of implement some of the things I'm saying. Do you have any question about his feelings or anything? Because the root of what came up was about the way he handled things and presented things and stories stemming from the ex and his past. And I think that's heavy here.
Yeah, he really treated me to like accused me of doing a lot of things I wasn't doing, and um I got I'm the one that broke up with him the last time just because I was tired of him leaving me all the time and ghosting me and feeling
And
like
not
he was
being
just
stable.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. The stability.
because we were together 4 years, but we were broken up every other week. I feel like
Yeah. And also with kids, that instability is harsh
yeah,
because kids, they get attached,
mm-hmm.
and then they like see someone come in and out, in and out, in and out. That's really bad for them. I
Yeah,
mean, obviously for you too, but them, yeah. And in 4 years, feelings developed.
yeah, and it's just like I've known him since I was a kid, and then we just had this like I thought it was like a soulmate connection, or I don't know, like just something that just different with him than anybody else I've ever dated.
It could be. He could be your soulmate. There's different kinds, and if it doesn't work out with him, that doesn't mean that it's the end. That's what I specialize in love, as an astrologer, by the way.
Okay.
What is your? Do you know the exact time you were born?
No, I don't know the exact time.
Okay, it's worth you finding out. You're going to get a lot of answers to your life. At least if you deal with me as your chosen psychic, you're going to get
Okay.
a hell of a lot of answers from me if I can see your chart. I think it's about $25, vital statistics. You got to find the hospital that you were born in and
Mm-hmm.
call them and find if mom doesn't have a copy somewhere and you don't have a copy somewhere. There's two types of in the United States. There's two types of birth certificates. There's
Yeah,
one
I have a
that
birth
is
certificate here.
okay, if it's a digital copy, it won't say the time you were born.
Well,
If
okay.
it's the original copy, original version copy, then it will have the timestamp. The reason that that time is so important is because it's when you're doing your chart on either if you have a pro do it or you have an app do it or whatever, you can't set your clock.
Yeah.
So the minute you were born, exact minute, that's what's going to click and align everything in your chart. That's why it's so important. So if you don't have
Okay.
your rising, it's kind of like if I ask you to show me a picture of your car and you show me the little piece of the front hood. It's like, okay, I understand that, but I need to see the whole car. So it's the
Okay.
same thing you need. So to get that, because that's where your soulmate is, that's where your blueprint of destiny is. So when women want a tarot reading and they want to know like what's happening right now or next month or what happened 6 months ago, not a problem. We can do it with tarot. We can go in the future with tarot. Tarot is amazing. But when you want to know with a magnifying glass, those deep answers of the one
Mm-hmm.
and the life destiny, I need your astrology.
Okay. I'm gonna find
That's
out.
how it's going to work. So it's about it's I think it's about like $25. Some places charge 15. So what you do is if you don't have a copy, then you call the hospital you were born in and you ask for the Department of Vital Statistics. They
Mm-hmm.
could produce a copy sometimes for $10. If they don't have it because it doesn't go back 8 years, 5 years, some people it's 15 years, whatever their records are, you call the what you want to do is you call Vital Statistics and your state capital. So whatever the capital of your state is.
Okay.
And they have a vital statistics state department. And then what you do is you call them up, you Google it, and they have an office and some accessible online and some you got to call. And then they send it to you in the mail and you send a money order or whatever for it. And that is huge because for the rest of your life, anything you have on career or anything, it's right there in astrology. But let me see if I can tell you I'll be able to tell you who your soulmate is, but I won't be able to tell you your life destiny without your rising.
Okay.
Give me if you want to. Do you want to do this or do you feel
Yeah,
uncomfortable?
I
Okay.
want to do it.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Your name, I think is Kara, right?
Yes.
Bara.
Yes.
Okay. What city were you born in?
Temple.
Temple?
Yes.
Timple?
At Temple.
Oh, in Texas. Okay.
Yes.
And what's your birth date? Month, day, year?
It's January 28th, 1986.
All right, and you don't know the time more or less? For this
I know
part,
that
I
I was
can just
born the
use
same.
noon.
I was born the same time the Space Challenger blew up.
Oh,
um,
nice.
like the exact same time.
Okay, what time was that?
I want to say that was somewhere around like it was around like 11:30 to 12 a.m.
Okay. So just to let you know,
Hmm.
I read for triplets, I read for twins. Some of them are identical,
Hmm.
some fraternal, and even the ones that are identical, you barely tell them apart except for a beauty mark one of them has in the neck. They have very different lives. One lives on a farm with 5 kids, and one's a banker in a city. And they were born 3 minutes apart. And you can imagine how 3 minutes, what a different destiny.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, that minute matters. So I'm just telling
Okay.
you. Okay, you're giving me an idea, but it's enough.
Okay.
It's enough for me to be able to tell you that your soulmate is a Sagittarius.
Okay. I don't know
Okay.
any Sagittarius.
Well, it might be his moon or rising.
Okay.
So this is going to be either a Sag sun, a Sag moon, or a Sag rising. What is the birthday of? Now, let me explain something. Just
Hmm.
there are many types of soulmates, and that's a whole other ballgame. I have videos on it that I go on and on about the topic because people think stereotypically, oh, it's the prince with on the horse. That's the soulmate. No, there's different kinds, and everybody. That's like saying, oh, you're gonna be rich in your life,
Yeah.
and a person imagines just lots of wealth. Okay, how? Is it by lottery? Is it because you inherit your dad's company? Is it because you become a success as a writer? Like, what does that mean? Like, how rich? How? So the same thing with soulmate. Okay, soulmate, how? What kind? So that has to be dissected. Everybody has a different destiny with love. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So I look at it like this. This is the cheat sheet, I guess, if you want to understand love astrology. In a man's chart, the absolute love of his life is the one that's directly listed as the soulmate. On a woman's chart, it's the love that changes her. So
Okay.
a good example would be Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Hmm.
Her soulmate is Hudson, Kate's father, but the happiness that she's had her whole life is Kurt.
Yeah. Okay. I get it.
So it's not, it's the love that changed. After Hudson, she swore she'd never marry, no matter how happy.
Yeah.
So it's the love that changes a woman. So for Mariah Carey, you would think it was the father of the twins. It's not. Her soulmate is Miguel, the singer.
Hmm.
Miguel, the Latino that was her soulmate. Anyway, on a woman's chart, it's the love that changes her. Hopefully, it's the change that is the super happiness. So, what happens if a woman has a soulmate in her chart that changes her and it ends badly? Does that mean there's no more love? Hell no. That's where you have to start looking at, the love destiny, because Venus and the moon and Jupiter are not going to stop until that person gets a match, and that's a whole other thing, and it's up to them to make it work. So like I said, it's a complicated thing. We could be here for like days
Yeah.
explaining love destiny. All right.
All
So
right.
your soulmate is a Sag. So he's a Gemini. What day was he born? Let's find out his moon.
The
Maybe he's
13th.
a Sag moon.
He's the 13th of 85.
Okay. So this is so it's June 13th of 1985, right?
Yes.
What? Maybe he's a Sag moon. He's an Aries moon. So that means if he's your soulmate, he would be a Sag rising. And if
Okay.
he's not a rising, which we don't know because we don't know the time he was born, I would have to do a time correction, and that takes 6 to 8 hours. So, and I charge for that. So, but it's better to just get it from his birth certificate, or just ask him or whatever. But anyway, you're looking for a Sag. So if this man ends up being a Sag rising, he's probably your soulmate. I wouldn't know until I overlay your charts, and that's when I see the design. And I'm just saying design, but I mean, like, that's where I start seeing the conversation happening, and then I start
Okay.
seeing how that links. It's good news if he's not, in a
Yeah.
way. because that means that he's coming. The real one is coming.
Yeah.
If you've never dated a Sag and you've never really had an epic love story with a Sag, this is good news because that means that Mr. Right is not here yet, which means that you work it out with the Gemini. Hopefully he's the one, but if not, that's okay. Obviously in your destiny, there's a Sagittarius man. So, and there's no doubt about that. That's 100%. You will see that happen in your life. You're probably going to meet him next year, the Sag.
Okay.
But try with the Gemini because you guys aren't finished. And then if it works out, hang on as long as you can, as long as you're happy and you're taking care of you. If you see that this is toxic, don't blow another year of your life on this.
I know, I don't want to.
I would know more if I did a full reading, but I think you have enough going on now. I think you have a lot to think about. This is a deep read. So I was nice meeting you. Thank you for giving me a chance. And don't give up. I'm telling you, don't give up. Your knight of shining armor is going to show up. All right, sweetheart? Okay, sweetie. Have a good one. Bye. I don't know how to hang up, so I think it's up to you.
Okay, let's see.
They don't let us hang up. I know, right? It's so awkward. They got to fix that. I think it's like an end button or something on your end.
Let me see. I don't see an end one.
Oh my God, I found it. I think it was me that found it. Thank you so much, Kara. Sorry for that awkward ending. Hey guys, how are you? Thank you for being part of my live stream. So I'm going to take the next caller. Or caller? Do you say caller? It's not a caller. The next guest. There we go. All right, so I'm a love astrologer, love psychic, love tarotist. Yes, I could do any topic, but I love to specialize in love, and I've been doing that for many years now. So that's what I want to focus on. That's what draws my attention is love stories. So if you have love questions, I do a lot of career work as well, but my favorite is love. All right, so the next one I see is IDK, I guess I don't know, no, 743992273. Does AK have similar love for me as I truly do for him? So this is for Vina. Vina, did you want me to, I'm going to send you an invite, okay, sweetie, so I can answer your question. How are you? Hi, Vina. Is it Vina, right, sweetie? That's how you say your name?
Yes, it's Vina. How are you?
How are you? All right, let's get this question answered for you. Let's see. Okay, does AK have similar love for me as I usually do for him? All right, so is it reciprocated? First of all, well, you know what? I was going to do an energy check, but I'm going to do it this way instead. Do you want to give me your sun sign, your zodiac sign? Just your sun sign.
Cancer.
Okay, and do you know his?
No, actually, I don't.
Not a problem. That's okay. All right. I'm gonna give you an answer, and it might sound you're either gonna get it or you're gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Okay. This is with runes, and I read kind of odd, so this is why I do these free things so that people can get to know my style of reading. Okay, because I know I've been told I'm a little bit different, so I'm normal, but I don't get it. I just read weird, I guess. So this is how it is, okay? So here we go. So my ancestors, my spirit team, they're communicating to me to tell you that the root of the problem. So based on your question, okay, does AK have similar love for you as you do for him? Okay, that's a basic question. That's just meaning, is the love the same? Is it reciprocated? That's a very normal love question. But here's the answer that I'm getting, and this is going to be the root of the problem. The first thing is talking about a situation, a feeling or an experience with this person where intimacy or romantic love was kind of rejected. So it's a moment where it could have been when someone says something hurtful that makes someone feel unwanted. It can be when someone says something. It can be a look. It can be something that could be categorized as rejectful. So sometimes it's done with just facial expressions in a room. So if someone's at a party and you're looking at each other and you go to give someone like a certain kind of like hungry eyes, and then they just kind of like not interested. It can be with conversation. It can be in an actual date. This is just saying that the root of this problem has to do when someone wants to lean over or kiss, or maybe they hint at something flirtatious, and then the person just, the result is it's not given back. So this is the root of the problem. So was there any situation where you felt cold shoulder or rejection or made to feel not wanted by him, or could he have felt that by you? You're a Cancer, so I doubt you delivered that. Cancer is the sign of sexual deliverance, which means that when they love mind, body, soul.
Yep.
They're willing to love with warmth, with their hands, with the warmth of their lips, with the warmth of the heartbeat, the embrace. Cancer is very embracing with love when they are feeling love. And with romantic love, it's a mixture of passionate with also, I'm gonna keep you safe. So it's a very loving love. And so I doubt you were the one that felt this. I'm sure you were he was the one that gave the coldness to you. So this is talking about something that was rejected. So it was either something he said or the way you felt. So your feelings were hurt.
Okay. That is true. I'm not gonna lie. He's been very avoidant. Like I've known him for 4 years, and he's never acted like dismissal in like conversations or calls or any of that. But I am blocked, and there was never no reasonings being said or told to me of why. But honestly, I don't know. He's been very negative.
So
And
that's the rejection that you're feeling then, because a block is a rejection
yeah,
out of nowhere.
yeah.
Where you, obviously he knows you like him. Obviously he knows you're interested romantically. And his silent coldness was a way to say no. And if it's out of nowhere, it stabs the heart. Okay, let's find out why. I know that wasn't your question, but I want you to realize something. Nothing to do with you, but I'm going to tell you something outside the box. Put yourself in my shoes for just 1 minute.
Okay.
And you're a psychic that you're just taking questions to help people. And you asked me the question, does AK have similar love for me as I truly do for him? You knew it was no. Right?
I'm not gonna lie, I did.
Think about it. I'm going,
Okay,
oh my
okay.
God, she wants to know if he loves her. And
I'm
there's
not gonna lie.
damn, he's cold and he blocked her. She knew that. She just made me go through circles. But that's okay. That's why I'm here. You didn't do it on purpose. I know you didn't.
Yeah.
But you see how people are? They're like, damn, they're asking all these like questions.
But
You
it's
should
no, it's
your
like
question should have been, why did he block me?
I mean, yeah, but I wish he
Right?
was like exactly. But
I
maybe
know.
it's because like I don't know if he's hurting inside or just hurt in general. But
Valid.
his
We'll
actions
find out.
outside. Yeah, okay.
Okay. No, but thank you for kind of like stepping outside the situation and kind of looking at it like no judgment, but like you see how people ask questions and it's like I'm going through these circles.
It's delusions.
Right. It's like, oh my God, you know he blocked you, girl. Okay, but all joking aside, let's seriously find out why.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to tell you some weird information, but maybe to you it won't be so weird.
Okay.
I got an answer for you. He is in love with you. There's different degrees of love. If a relationship therapist or someone outside the magical psychic world were to be listening to you and I, they would say, "What is she crazy? Look at the way he
I was
treated
gonna say
her.
the same thing.
Look at the way he treated her." And this psychic, this love expert, is saying that he's still in love with her. What the hell's her deal? Let me tell you why. There's a friend that is meddling in the way. Okay, this man is not like saying, "Oh my God, I'm going to marry her," because there's different degrees of a man being in love. Okay, I'm not saying that he is in love with you in the way where he's ready to say, "Oh, I want to be engaged. She's the one." He's in love with you in a way where he misses you. He thought that you guys can keep going, keep seeing where it goes, exploration kind of thing, you know. It's been interrupted, and that's why I say to you, instead of saying like super in love, I'd rather say the words "he's into you, he's feeling you," if that makes more sense.
Yeah, it does.
But the reason that it's been interrupted is because number one, I'm seeing that some magic has been done. I know that's really weird to think about, especially if you don't deal with that kind of thing. But that doesn't mean that a chick that's into him doesn't. We live in a big world. There's a lot of cities that have a lot of magic shops. There's a lot of people that are finding out about magical things. You would be surprised how many people practice or go to people that practice behind closed doors. I have clients you wouldn't even think a million years they'd hire me for spell work. Okay?
That's deep. You said magic was done?
Yeah, but that's not the only thing.
I pray to God not on me. Like, oh my God.
Well, you got to realize the jealousy of the connection. But don't worry about that too much. I want you to focus on the fact that who you think is really your friend is not. So this is a person, this is a female that has gotten in between in talking to him about you. So you have to realize he's wanted by other females. This is a situation where he's not, this is what's the problem, what I'm trying to tell you. The problem of him and you is that there's been gossip and things said that shouldn't have. So at this point, I suggest that when you communicate again, you shed light on that. How many friends do you have in common?
Okay. I have one friend. Well, I used to be her friend. We were very close. And her ex is very close with him. And I know he gossips a lot because the last gossip I heard was him seeing us together, which came back around in circles and it was just bad. But that's all I know. But
Relationships aren't supposed to have that much drama.
yeah, that's true.
And envy is not good. Let me tell you something. It doesn't take magical practice to wish someone harm or evil. How many times have been you hung around somebody with really shitty energy and you have a headache?
I would say my ex. Recently I just got out of a relationship. He's a Cancer too, and he is very, oh my God, negative, very just, oh, it's so bad. It's
It
like,
could be
it's
that
not,
impacted you. That can be also what Spirit is referencing, because remember, it came in as a combo answer. That means that the energy surrounding you is crappy right now. There's something affecting you. But I said, remember when I said to you, don't worry about the magic part right now. Let's focus about the false friend.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I want you to put more focus on. That other stuff is easily cleaned. Let's focus on, because it's not that kind of dire, kind of big removal kind of thing. It's something that's easily done because it's intentional. It's like with mind at heart. It's not like a ritual kind of thing. So what I'm trying to say to you is, I think you need to focus on the falseness of people
Mm-hmm.
and the gossip that has been created. Those are third wheels. You've heard of a third party. A third party is a lover that's in the way. But a third wheel can be any platonic person too. It can be a mother who's nosy, trying to break a couple apart. It could be a cousin. It could be a best friend. It could be a neighbor. It could be a coworker. A third wheel is a person who just wants to just stick their nose where it doesn't belong and cause, waves where they shouldn't. That's a third wheel. And then a silent third wheel is when a person just, they're so negative, they just inject little trickles of negativity between the couple without really having it be their main goal is to break them up. So there's a lot of ways couples can be invaded by other people outside the picture, and it causes harm to the couple. There's a lot of ways that can happen. And at the end of the day, not everyone wants you two together.
That's not right. Because my feelings for him is like, it's genuine. But whatever he's going through, I have no clue about. So I really don't know anything.
When you say it's not right, you mean like morally? Like it's not fair for you?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm trying to figure out the so your last ex was the Cancer.
Yeah.
But the one you're really hung up on is let me see. You said his
AK.
name AK. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure, because I want to find out where the problem is, even though it was already addressed, but I was trying to see what else I can do on a short time span. Okay, let's go ahead and try a different way since I'm on a time crunch. Let's go ahead and just do a dice check on this. Spirit, show me, let's do, can you show me her on the Cancer? Okay, so the Cancer is actually going to be trying to sleep with somebody he works with.
He's trying to, or
He will. He will in the near future. So that's the energy of where he's headed, the Cancer. With still hopes of being with you in some way, because I see that you guys are not completely out of each other's lives. So this means that in some way you still talk. How often do you still talk? How often do you still see
We
each other?
talk. Well, we don't see each other.
Well, I meant
Like,
like deal with each other. Like,
okay.
yeah,
Well,
sorry.
no, it's okay. Me and him, we talk like what, once every other week. We,
Okay.
I don't know what we are. We're like,
I got you. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I said in the reading, he's still, the Cancer still has hopes of opening a door with you again, but he doesn't, his focus is also going to be headed in a new direction. You're going to see that as a couple of weeks go by, a couple of months, not even months, like 1 month, you're going to see his focus is someone where he works. You're going to see that connection eventually dissipates on its own. Okay. Now let's check on the AK in you. Spirit, can you show me AK in Luna? Ouch. Trying to clarify a woman in here. Okay, hang on. I got your side. I got to get her side. Give me a minute. I'm going to give you an answer, okay?
okay.
Okay, you're very private. So, your everyday romantic life details are not known to AK. But I'm going to tell you something right away. The energy from your ex, what he's left on your aura, is not good. It's called residual energy, and it's supposed to burn off when you see. Okay. When two people are lovers and they're involved, it's gross, but you can, when you look at DNA, when you look at like science, you can find that a little bit of their DNA's under your nails. You can still find their fingerprints in your place, things in the body. Like there's a lot of things that like are just so like science. But now let's think about like the spiritual.
Okay.
In the spiritual world, when two people are lovers, there's an essence exchange. You can feel the signature of someone on that person. When two people break up and they don't see each other anymore, it kind of burns off naturally. But when someone has a lot of bad around them, maybe they pissed someone off that practices, maybe he has an ex-girlfriend that wanted him back and she did a bunch of love spells, whatever the hell, maybe he messed around with spiritual stuff, whatever it is, there's dark stuff around him. If he did something shady, some people that are in shady things, all I'm saying is there's a lot of things that can bring negative energy around somebody, and he certainly can use a cleanse. Okay, several times. The
He
energy
definitely
around him
needs it
sucks.
because
It's around you because a lot of it has stuck to you. So you need to wear a lot of crystals. You need to do a lot of cleanses. You need to do things that refresh your spirituality around you, your aura, the way that you feel. So think about it like, you could do a cleanse to the body by eating fruit, vegetables, juicing, go to a sauna, do salt scrubs. Like there's a lot of things you could do to detox the body. There's a lot of things you could do to do yoga for the mind, but a lot of people don't know how to do that for the spirit. And I'm telling you that spiritually, you need to have a major cleanse. And it's because of this guy, the Cancer. The fact that you still deal with him and there's this low-key desire still going on in a way, waiting on each other kind of thing, it's still there. And that wards off any new love connection you can have. Now, let's say that that was out of the way. Would AK gravitate towards you? That's what I'm working on. And I also see another woman in his path. And I'm trying to figure out if it was a baby mama or if it's somebody who he's going to go back to. I'm trying to figure this out because that's what I'm doing now. Okay.
okay.
So let me chip away at that. Every time. Let me switch rooms. Second minute. All right. All right. I'm going to give you the honest truth so you get an idea and you know what to do from here on out.
Okay.
Number one, I'm recommending that you clean yourself more than once. If you want, you can come to me for that, but it's expensive. It can be. There's a lot of things you could do for yourself cheap and feel better. If you find that you still feel heavy and, something didn't go right, which I doubt because let me tell you, it's not too complicated with what you got going on. It's not that complicated. And I do work with people at different budgets. I'm very flexible, but I'm telling you, this is very simple stuff you could do yourself. So some cleanses for a couple of days. And once you do that, you should be feeling better and you're going to hear from him. What's preventing AK from reaching out to you more and kind of getting over this stupidity of no communication and all of that, it's your energy. So take care of that. I don't think the Cancer dealing with him is serving you any positivity. I really don't. I think it's bringing you down. Let's talk about the woman that I saw in here. He had an ex that was a very deep experience for him.
Okay.
Yes, there was a former, I don't know if they were in a committed relationship, but they were very strong lovers. So they were romantically involved. I don't know what their title was. Maybe they were married. Maybe it was boyfriend, girlfriend. Maybe they lived together. Or maybe they courted secretly. Sometimes that happens. People sometimes can be involved secretly sometimes. But whatever it is, there's one significant person in his past that was, it's a shame he hasn't told you about everything, because this also lets me know that the communication between both of you needs to be more. You're a lot more, willing to offer him things about your life, and you can be more open. It doesn't seem like he's been as open as he's needed to. So anyway, there's a significant person in his past that did a number on him. It has made him be more, I guess, afraid of something more committed. That's something you can work on together. So I'm telling you the solution. If you clean yourself spiritually, you're going to see him come to you easier and faster. Eventually he will, but it might take a while, and that might torture you emotionally to wait. So I'm saying get rid of the negativity which is coming from that Cancer guy. You're going to see AK reach out to you. Now here's the big answer. Do I feel that you are meant to be together? You're not. That doesn't mean give up and that's it and it's doomed. No, it means try to fix the problem, get rid of the bad energy, get rid of what doesn't serve you with that Cancer guy. Focus on him. Obviously do that when he reaches out.
Mm-hmm.
So clean yourself and you'll see AK reach out, and when you do, cut that other tie. Strengthen your connection with AK as much as you can. Work on it, work on things, communicate more, and see where that goes and hope for the best. I'm evaluating things deeper than that, in a deeper future. So it's you're not even to the point where you're talking to AK again. You got to get to that point first. But then once you're there, I'm taking you further. He's not the one. But that doesn't mean give up and don't live through an experience with him. He's the one in your life now. He's the one you like now. You got to live through that a little while. But in case you're wondering the bigger picture later, he's not it. I hope that didn't give you anxiety. I hope that gave you...
That made my heart drop to my ass.
No, my God, no, I didn't want to do that to you. Some people, knowing about the future, sometimes people say, I want to know. They're like, no, I don't want to know. It's like, do you want to know or you don't want to know? I was just trying to tell you the deeper future.
That one hit home.
That doesn't mean that you can't try to make it work, because you can resculpt certain things, but you gotta just live your life and enjoy it. Don't worry so much about... You can't let readings stress you. You gotta live your life. You gotta be happy, and you're not happy right now. So for you to be happy, you gotta talk to him. How are you gonna talk to him? You gotta get rid of the negative energy around you. What if you don't? What if you decide that this is all hocus pocus and you don't want to? Okay, well then wait for a while until he breaks no contact, which he will, and then you can communicate and rebuild. It's just going to take longer. Mm-hmm. So the faster you address the spiritual, it's going to happen faster. Is it required? No. Is it going to make your life easier? Yes. Okay.
I think the thing that threw me off is when you said the Cancer guy is willing to sleep with his coworker. That's very nasty.
Okay, let's talk about that a minute. So that was when I saw the energy of the Cancer in the future. This year, there's going to be someone. The energy of the Cancer guy. Right now, he's not really with anyone permanently, but in a way, he low-key does want to still connect with you and hook up with you. That's his desire. Where he's headed for by February, March, April, something around that time frame, is that he's going to meet someone, through work. So that means it's either a coworker now, it could be someone they newly hire, it could be someone that he meets on the way to work, it could be that he's on his phone at work and they DM him, and it's just so happens that I picked up on it being at work, because if you're on your phone and your body's in your work environment, you're physically at your job, but you're going on a love app, you're technically meeting while he's at work. Do you understand how it can cross energy? So I don't know who it is, but I'm just trying to tell you that eventually he's going to move on with his love life.
Okay.
So when you touch base with him in the next couple of months, he's going to say, "Hey, I met someone."
Hey,
That's
that's
what I'm
actually,
trying to say to you.
hey, actually, that's a good thing because he's very negative, and I don't need that.
Right, right. Now that's with him. Now let's get back to you. The part with you is that there's been so much of that around you that it's kind of messed with your own energy. And that's also what's keeping your love life from flourishing. Because you're not open to dating anyone seriously right now, the one in your heart is AK, that's the one that's affected.
Yeah.
If you had a crush on a guy named Lewis, just to make a name up, Lewis and you's connection would be affected. If you were dating another guy called Mario, you and Mario would be affected. Because I'm telling you that this negative energy is really strong, and I believe that he was hexed by a woman. And that's also what's causing his negativity, the Cancer. Does that make myself clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's a lot of energies.
It is. It is. And you got to think, also, you are very private, as being a Cancer, of course, but there's got to be other signs, that are pulling you to be so friendly, because it sounds like you have like naturally your social life has a lot of gossip, and then there's loners, and there's people that are socialites, and there's people that are like, it seems like you hang around the same circles. So there could be gossip. This person knows this person, and this person said this to this person. That's
very
networking.
true. Yep.
Yeah, which is very Libra. So,
Oh my God, that's just so bad. But I did
maybe
cut
it's
a.
good for money.
I mean, connections, yeah,
yeah,
but
definitely,
I
definitely.
did cut
Something.
off. I did cut off a lot of people. Like I had to erase my whole phone. Like it was just bad. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, and that also equals like good connections when it comes to money and business, but it's really bad for your love life, because everybody's up in your business, and everybody's got something to say, and everybody gossips behind your back, and then you don't want that. Look at what happens to celebrities when they start dating
Oh my
somebody,
God, they're on
right?
the new. They're on the news the next day.
Yeah. So imagine regular people. It happens in small scale, but it's the same thing. Like
Yeah.
if you entertain social, you know, whispers and gossip and envy, and if you get a jewelry from him, and then the next thing they're envious about it, and then they say something else, and it's a whole thing. So keep your relationships really, really private, and you'll see them flourish. Don't talk about your feelings for a little while until you get it really solid. So nobody should be between you and the guy that you're dating. Like, you should just be each other. So I would say get through this phase of your life right now. So if you're a Cancer, I don't know your rising, but based on the sun, I can tell you this summer is going to be very good for you. This is a transitional time right now where you are going to start to carve what you really want, like easier than you ever have.
Okay.
This is yeah, a lot will make more sense by the end of February. This is still like a murky waters, like you're just trying to figure everything out and go with the flow. But when you get to February, you're going to be like, you know what, this is the direction I'm going in. So it's all going to work out. Try your best with AK, because you guys are not done, and the story's not finished.
I'm gonna try.
All right, that sounds good. I like the positivity. Meanwhile, if you can, try to find out the minute you were born, so like your birth certificate with your timestamp, so that you can start learning about your astrology, because that's where you're going to get some answers, like big time.
Okay.
All right. I'm an astrologer, so I'm always like, learn your moon sign, learn your time of. I'm always harping on people. I'm
I
bugging
did
people.
meet. Okay. around the time where me and the cancer, we were still together and everything was falling into some sort of good place, I did meet a lady, and it was at a Walgreens, and she came up to me because I was in the aisle of getting a pregnancy test because I thought I was pregnant with this guy, and it was like it would be a bad image to my family knowing that would have happened, so I needed help, and she gave me all the help, and she took me out of her way, and like it was just like a precious moment, you know, like a mother and daughter moment. And she invited me over, and her house was filled with crystals, and she ended up buying me one. And she told me that I needed all the protection because I was going through so much, and I never knew what she meant until now, that I need the cleansing and I need the negativity removed. So, yeah. So now I understand. Because that direction was going downhill somewhere, somehow, but yeah.
Yeah. So the universe is obviously trying to tell you something.
Yeah. Like now.
I'm
Well,
glad I
thank you,
clarified
Lucy.
that, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetie. I was happy to meet you, and
You
good things
too.
to
Have a
you.
good one.
All right,
Take
sweetie.
care.
Don't be a stranger.
I will. Thank
Hop in and give us the good news. I like good news.
Okay.
Happy stories. Happy stories.
I got you. Thank you.
All right, sweetie. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, how are you? So I'm going to go ahead and take the next question. So anyone that wants a reading, they are $25. All my streamings are $25. That's where I give long future predictions, and I unpack the story with detail. These are free mini ones. They're not so mini sometimes because, as I showed in the example, sometimes people give me this really like complicated question, and it's almost like you know the answer, you know. But it's fun. It's fun. It's a learning experience for everybody because you know we get to know from our personalities. All right, guys, if you have a love question, go ahead and put it down below. If you want to book a reading, always follow me on YouTube if you're interested in my content. I never tell people to follow me, only if you like my content. You can go ahead and follow my YouTube. If not, I'm just happy to meet you, but I never push anything on anybody. All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay. So the next one is going to be Abigail. Does he feel the same way I feel about him? All right, here we go. So this one, I believe I can do. Okay, there we go. I sent you an invite, Abigail. Just going to go ahead and clear the energy a little bit. Oh my God, I thought it said pretty lunchbox. I'm like, what? Now I read it. I'm like, oh my God, that's funny. Oh, you didn't get it? You didn't get the invite? I was gonna do your question, your mirror mini reading. Hey guys, if you have any questions, so I did send an invite to Abigail, but I don't know if they got it. Sometimes people listen to streams and stuff with the volume down, and they just read the little captions. That's funny. So maybe she didn't hear me say anything. Okay, we're gonna go on with the next one. Let's see. All right, so the next one is for Isella. I hope I said that name right. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the invite sent, sweetheart, if you want to accept it so I can do your reading. I had sent one to Abigail, but I don't think they got it. Some people have it off. And also, I think if I do too many of those in a row, sometimes it doesn't work. And I have to restart. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I think when I do too many of the invites, guest speakers, it shuts off a feature when I go back to the regular live. Hopefully it's not my volume. Does anybody hear me? Because I've sent 2 invites, one to Abigail and one to Icelia. Oh, I don't know what I did. I think I have to reconnect. My goodness, it's glitching tonight.